Hello, everybody. You're hearing it first with the King Source. The CBA is agreed to. It is done. Baseball is back, folks. Major breaking news from the King Source, who is first on it. Think I don't have sources? The King Source is first. CBA is done. Oh, man. Excited Baseball Live. I will be live for a free agent special. That is going to be unbelievably hectic. So let's talk about it. It's finally over. I need to fix that. There we go. My computer would work here. Remember, CBA is done. You're hearing it first from the King Source. It has been agreed to. They are working to ratify it right now. We finally got together, the players listened, and it took Congress getting involved to force the deal done. Again, you are hearing it from the King Source first. The CBA is agreed to. It is done. Big breaking news. Before all the big dogs. It has been agreed to. They're working to ratify it right now. As soon as the MLB went to 50 million, it was getting done as I first reported. Getting this out there. We're going to have some fun. We'll talk about this. We will be back live I'll stay live till I know when free agency will start. Then I'll be live for free agency and the hectic mess that is going to be. We're going to see moves flying right and left. I'll be breaking them live on the air here on the King Source. You're hearing it first from the King Source. The CBA is agreed to. It is done. If I had time, I'd create a breaking news thing and have it on the screen. I don't really have time yet. What the freak just happened? Got it. Remember again, who had the CBA news first? The King's Source. It is done. I'm not jumping the gun. I got a message from an MLB exec telling me it is done. We are finally getting baseball back. Who am I missing? Summer? Yes. Breaking news from the King Source. Hearing it first. CBA is done. Yes, it is really done. See a message from an MLB exec. I was messaged. He said it's agreed to. Working to ratify it now. You're hearing it first from the King Source. What do I expect now? Free agency to start this afternoon at some point. The Mets thing, those players already voted. Don't worry too much about that. Yes, the Yankees were among the teams showing interest in Michael Conforto before the lockout. They believe he could play left field and let Gallo or Judge handle center field. Maybe go huge, get a left-handed bat. So keep an eye on that. I'm not sure that happens. I don't hate the idea. His bat and Yankees team talking 40-plus home runs. Let me take a picture of the messages I got just a few minutes ago and see if I can put that picture on the screen for you. This is from an MLB exec. I am saving it now. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can pop this onto the screen. Move the camera over. Oh, what just happened? You're going to see the messages I got from... This thing freaking worked. There we go. From MLB exec here. If you don't think the King Source has sources, you're all in for humble pie today. There it is, right there. The messages I got from an MLB exec. It's on your screen now. There you go, for all to see. So I would welcome Conforto on a short-term deal to the Yankees. Behind shortstop, first base, catcher Tom Smith said that. I would too. He could play first a few games. He did catch a few games in his career, so he could be emergency catcher. Everything. Outfield falls behind other positions, but still, he could be a good piece. The CBA is done. Anything you hear is the theater before it gets dropped. And moves are going to fly fast. Remember, teams are talking to each other during the lockout. Players were talking to teams during the lockout. This was happening. Most deals are done. There's going to be announced after the lockout and finalized. So, report date will be March 13th and game 17th. It's going to be a lot of minor league kids playing spring training games. For probably a week, and then look at the major league guys in there. We're going to see it move pretty quick. Scott Boras has agreed to it. He said the numbers are finally where he wanted them. That's a message from the Boras Corp. I believe it's going to break everywhere within the hour. So I'm going to stay live till probably 1:30 at least. I want to know. And Shed Long Jr. just tweeted eyeballs. So think it's done. You can see the message on your screen. The deal is done. And MLB News TV just went live trying to steal my thunder. So let me... Gonna check something here. I'm checking sources. A third source just said CBA agreed to be ready. And this source said Yankees may sign Conforto to get a lefty bat. Oh, I'm messaging back to a source here. Just had a missed call from unknown. Hope they leave. That could be a source as well. Hope they leave a voicemail. Went to voicemail. I would not be surprised Yankees get Conforto. He's only expected to get a 4-year, $60 million deal. I had heard that they were connected. Conforto would be a great get. Great get. Remember, share this out, like it. Get people in here if they want to see the news. The CBA is done. First from the King Source. You can see it on your screen. This is major news from the King Source. You're hearing it first from the King Source. CBA is agreed to. The MLB does have the votes to pass it, by the way. They had 28 votes. They needed 20, and the MLB had 38 votes. Keep that in mind. It is agreed to. The player vote will not be affected by the Union Executive Board vote because the players, all they have to do is hit a certain number. So if you're seeing John Heyman's tweet, remember, they're going to put on their theater right now because the CBA has been agreed to. Again, you heard it from the King Source first. The deal is done. You're seeing the messages on my screen. And I just got told that the board voting against it alone cannot derail it. Hi, Peter. Thanks, Fleming. Go ahead and give Peter a nod here. See if this will work. There you go, Peter. You're now a chat mod when you come in. I didn't need another one because I'm at 25. So you're seeing on your screen the message I got from MLB exec. Deal is done. It is done. And this is an exec who leans players. He is more friendly towards the players. Keep that in mind. Remember, the MLB board voting against it does not change as long as enough players vote in favor of it. I'm sick with my report. I'm sick with what I've been told by the MLB exec. There's a set call for the GMs to discuss next steps, get free agency started, and that. That just got set up by the league. Keep that one in mind. This is a full player vote. All they need is 80% of players to vote. It's over 90% right now, even with the board. I am not guessing here. I'm reporting what I have been told. The MLI News is live right now. They're trying to steal it. Kind of funny. Trying to steal thunder. I think they're wigging out that I just broke the news. There are 38 total votes in the Players Union, 30 teams, 8 reps. They have gotten past 20 votes. Remember, you're going to see a lot of stuff that is purely show type thing. That's purely theater. Let me pop back over here. Sources told me on the player side they did get the 20 votes needed. Carton and Roberts, well, we're waiting. It's a podcast, you didn't know that. They wouldn't say that unless they knew. Remember, they have 38 votes, 38 of them, and they do have over the 20 needed. I am not guessing. You can check my live. It's on the screen for you to see. The message I got from the MLB exec. Yes, the commissioner just set up a press conference. I think the Cubs will get Carlos Correa and build around Carlos Correa. So, commissioner's office just set up a press conference, notified the press, sent a message out to them. Remember, TheKingSource was first, way ahead of all the big dogs. The deal is done. Remember, there's 38 player votes. I'm hearing 25 are yes, meaning the board's votes are meaningless. Again, I just go to my Kershaw. Yeah, Kershaw. I just saw something Kershaw. So go to my live here. You can see the message I got from MLB exec. Deal is done. It is done. And by the way, the 38 vote, that is the ratification vote by the players. And by the way, they have 25 votes, they only needed 20. The board's votes were overruled. CBA deal is done. You can see the message on your screen from an MLB exec. The Mets are starting to mess it up per the source. The deal was agreed to. It was done. The Mets are starting to mess it up, but they are getting plenty of votes. They had the votes to pass it. They have plenty of votes. Call from unknown again. I don't know why I keep getting this call from unknown. Let's check. Not sure I keep getting a call from unknown. It's a little weird. Yeah, I am told they had the votes to pass it despite the board voting no. But they have agreed to everything in the CBA. The only holdup would be that fourth threshold at this point. I don't think it's going to be a holdup. I don't think one team's reps could do anything. The MLB has voted, PA has voted to agree with it. The MLB has agreed to it. The CBA is agreed to. And there's an MLB setup press conference. They have set up a call from all the MLB execs to set up free agency. The CBA has agreed to get ready for the Passan bomb, the Ken Rosenthal bomb. Remember, the TheKingSource had it first. The commission holding a press conference right now would only be to announce the CBA deal is done. If they were going to announce cancel games or anything, that'd be at least an hour from now. That'd be well after the deadline. I'm constantly checking. Everybody's losing hope. No, the deal is done. Just wait. I know what I've been told by 2 MLB execs now. Again, they only needed 20 votes of the 38 player votes to pass it. They are well over 20, I'm told. Only the board voted against it. That's just 8 votes. Does not matter if the other 30 votes go at least 20 in favor. Remember that. That does not matter what the board votes if the rest of the players go in favor of it, which they are. I'm going to have to check something here. Checking with another source, this is MLBPA, they said that they have 28 votes to pass. That is more than enough needed. Remember, the way this works, there are 38 votes. All they need is 20 to go in favor, so the 8 board votes do not actually matter. Keep that in mind. And Ken Rodell just said what I did. He said, notes 28 of 38 required for approval. They're above 20. So just pay attention. I'm told it's agreed to. Ken Rodell, Jeff Passan are going to confirm me here in a minute. And bear in mind, if you send a message yourself on Facebook or Twitter, it does not include a timestamp. Barstool Stubbs says he's hearing they have the votes. No team should have more than 3 votes. Keep that one in mind. Brandon Nimmo does not have a vote. That one's a lie by Healy. He is not a player rep. Lindor and Scherzer only player reps on the Mets, so I think it'll get past the 20 votes. I know what I've been told. I still think they'll get there. It'll be approved, and baseball is back, as you're hearing first from the King Source. You can see the message on your screen. The Mets are against it, but that's not going to flip it. Simon Eddy is not first. He's lying. I've done the best I could do during this, and yeah. Simon Eddy is lying if he's saying he's first. Well, somebody was going to call into a live. I told him to identify, even if it's just a phone number, and I could check it, and if it's from where they were, I would have accepted it, but no. When it says it, they're not identifying like that, I'm not going to accept the call. Straight up. You can see the message on your screen, and you cannot put a timestamp on there if you send a message to yourself. Keep that in mind. They do not include timestamps when you send a message to yourself. The Yankees reps have voted yes. 4 other teams have voted yes. The Yankees have 3 reps. Remember, Garrett Cole is 1. He's in favor of this deal. And Garrett Cole will sway a lot of votes. It's now past the 3 o'clock deadline, and they haven't said a thing. Keep that in mind. That means the deal is agreed to. From Bob Nightingale, the MLB season would start a week late, extended by 3 days, with 9-inning doubleheaders making up for the delay. There will be several of those. So, Hal Steinbrenner, the owners who are in it for a paycheck are scared. Yeah, I'll agree with that one. I'm just waiting for the Passan or Rosenthal bomb at any time, and then to get information when free agency will start. We might not get that for a few hours. then I'm going to be live for Phoenix. We're going to be breaking a lot. So Jeff Passan has his account back. I don't know if you saw that. He did get his account back after I sent a message to Twitter to fix it. Alerted Twitter to it. This will not be voted down. The deal is done. Go back to Jeff Passan. His regular picture up there. It says he's back, and there was a 30. And Passan has given us a few good updates. Again, the deal is agreed to. The CBA is agreed to. Just trying to ratify. That's what this 38 vote thing is. Just checking. Christopher Crawford says, always wait for Drellich or Passan. Drellich messaged me and said, good call. Maybe a little early, but good call. I'm not going to share that message on his request. Several reporters messaged me saying, good call. And I will not share their messages because that's one of the things when you message with other reporters, they don't want their messages shared. Dejan Kovacevic, he's a reporter for the Pirates, says complete comprehensive list in ways in which the Pittsburgh Pirates benefit from Major League Baseball's new labor agreement. Why is he saying new labor agreement? Why is he saying that? I'm going to retweet that. He's saying new labor agreement. That is a Pittsburgh Pirates reporter calling it done. No, it's not a Pirates exec. It's not even an NL exec that has confirmed what the first one did. Pittsburgh Pirates does not put much information out, but he has nothing there. How much is he getting paid for that? And he just called it. He just said new labor agreement. They are in favor per John Heyman. They're over 20 votes. So, and again, Dejan Kovacevic saying new labor agreement. He's saying it's done. Oh no, Jack Flaherty. That's a little weird one. Yankees just tweeted something. Yankees deleted their tweet, but it did say that the Yankees reps were in favor of. That's 2 votes. Garrett Cole and Chapman, I think, is the second one. The bigger market teams have it. The Altoona Curve just posted. Hi, yes, us again. We are still playing baseball April 8th. That's kind of funny. How much is Dejan Kovacevic getting paid for his tweet? By the way, I'm told by one source that they believe the vote will end up around 23 to 25 in favor of it, and that the Mets being against it will not actually affect the total votes. Yeah, Mike Scudiero, it was always the Mets. Remember, there are 5 Boris clients on the Mets. You can guess those by name. Garrett Cole is on the executive board. James Paxton, Zach Britton. There's the other one from the Yankees. I knew it was one of the relievers. And they're both Boris clients, Cole and Britton. It's going to be funny if they outvote Boris clients. And remember, the Yankees put a tweet up there saying that their reps are voting in favor of it. And then deleted it, so we'll see. Yeah, blaming the executive board is union-busting tactic of the day. So, but the rep votes are coming in favor of it, outside of that board. Again, a MLBPA source thinks it's going to come in around 23 to 25 in favor, which is more than the 20 needed. And that baseball will be back today. We'll have free agency frenzy coming. All of the younger reps are voting yes. All the younger reps. And Lindor's no longer considered a young one. So, yeah, that's funny. I'm going to retweet that one. That one is funny. Chris Farley. Yeah, that's funny. I always liked Chris Farley. He's kind of crude, but has his own way of doing comedy that was pretty funny. The young players are voting against it. It looks like they've got the votes. And remember, you heard it first. Yes. But the issue with Scott Boras, he only has 10 total clients who are on the board. So that's 28 votes that are going to go against him. That's 28 votes that are going to go against him. Keep that in mind. Jim Bowden just tweeted. Let's see what he says. He says we're waiting, and he thinks the votes are in to pass it. So Jim Bowden does believe they're passing it. Oh, already. The votes are heavily in favor, according to Kleypish tweet. If that stays, he might have deleted it. Baseball, please, Mr. Marv H. Kajust. That's a Lakers guy and Yankees fan. I know anybody would be a fan of two teams in opposite country, so. Yeah, Mets gonna Met. How funny it's gonna be when it ends up that the Mets reps are the only ones that voted against the deal. Cody Duncan, Pittsburgh Pirates baseball is back. So there's another person confirming it. He is a writer for Rum Bunter. So there's another writer reporting it. Joel Sherman. He says that they hope the vote is in soon. One said already over 50% in favor. Poor Lindsay Adler. Remember, you heard the first deal was done. It was actually agreed to yesterday. They've only been ironing things out, ratifying it. Remember, it's a show by the MLB. I'm going to check with my main source here. Ah, dang it, not typing. There we go. A source just sent me something. And now it is confirmed by Benjamin Dover. They've come to an agreement. You heard it first from the TheKingSource. I was all over it. Benjamin Dover is one of the bigger reporters. Opening day is April 7th. Remember, you heard it first from the TheKingSource. Remember who had it first? The CBA done. We're about to get the Basan bomb. Trevor made Twitter used to be fun. Remember that. So Benjamin Dover, he's one of the bigger reporters. And he started his over. Remember that. So it's starting to come out. April 7th be opening day. And Dover covers MLBPA especially. So I just retweeted that. You can see that one. I would be cautious. There is a very low amount of followers still on that account. But that is a real guy. Ben Dover is a real guy. Benjamin Dover. I'm going to check here. I'm going to do a search here. There's another account for a Ben Dover. He's a crypto guy. That appears to be his only account. I do know he shut his account down last year. Ben Porter says, hearing some minor leaguers and coaches being told to start clearing out lockers at spring training sites for big leaguers arriving. That's a great sign. That is a specialist for minor leagues. Remember, the KingSource had the deal first. Yeah, Will Middlebrooks isn't too happy with that last-second lawsuit thing. So, offensive tackle Leo Collins is in trade conversations right now. Brian Rappaport, keep an eye on that. Dolphins had asked about him at the trade deadline. Another fun Chris Farley one. Ben Dover, again, he was a legit certified account with MLB Network and a couple others, then restarted. So keep an eye on that. He's saying it is done. So keep an eye on that. Players can start reporting to spring training tomorrow. They're already told to clear the lockers out. Keep an eye on that one. Notice how quiet it is. We are now 20 minutes past their so-called deadline. Not a peep. Not a peep. Keep that one in mind. Just got another one in here from a legit reporter. And Jefferson just bombed it. Jefferson with the bomb. It is agreed. The labor deal is agreed to. You heard it back first with the KingSource. Jefferson just bombed it. I had it first. Never forget that. The KingSource broke the CBA deal first. Never forget who had it first. I told you I had sources. The union voted yes, 28 votes yes on the deal. Never say I don't have sources again. I just broke the CBA deal, folks. Jeff Passan helped me break it. Now we wait. Never forget who broke the CBA deal, my guys. Stick with the KingSource. Especially through all these moves that are coming. The KingSource had it 45 minutes before Jeff Passan. The CBA is agreed to. We should know within the next half hour when free agency will start. I'll be live for that break moves live on the air. Get rid of Amelia Allen. Get that trolling out. The executive board just got outvoted. Ben Dover was a MLB Network and Fox reporter, big one. But he shut his account down and now he restarted. Remember, the KingSource had it first with the CBA deal. I was 45 minutes ahead of everybody. Some people are saying somebody else had it first. No, they did not. Nobody had it before me. Anybody says anybody else had it first is lying. The KingSource Sports Network had it first. Baseball is back. Major breaking news first from the KingSource. Remember, the KingSource had your backs first. The KingSource bombed it first. Yep. I had it first 45, 50 minutes before anybody. Check the timestamps. Remember, the KingSource broke the news before anybody. Everybody is saying it. Baseball is back. They voted 26-12. Who called that vote? Who told you it was at least 25 votes? Baseball is back. I had it before anybody. Jeff Passan, you name it. Remember, I was well ahead of everybody on this deal. Remember, the TheKingSource broke it long time before anybody else. Go check the timestamps. You will see Pete Simonetti tweeted a good 15 minutes after anybody else. Remember, I said the deal was believed agreed to yesterday. I said the deal was agreed to yesterday. Baseball is back. I couldn't have known that there was more than 25 votes without sources. I could have known the deal was done yesterday without sources. And get ready. Free agency is going to be starting here in a few hours. Some are saying Ken Rothwell said I was a guesser. Ken Rothwell's not said a thing about me. He has not mentioned me yet. I'm watching. So get ready. We're about to have hectic free agency. Baseball is back, folks. MLB free agency will be probably about an hour from now is my guess. They'll let all them know. Remember, the TheKingSource had it first. I'm staying live so we can find out when free agency will start. I also knew the voting process and was dropping that for everybody. You heard it first from the TheKingSource before anybody. I checked Pete Summity's tweet. It was 10 minutes after mine. So everybody's wigging out. I had it first. Jeff Passan just mentioned me on ESPN. He said the TheKingSource had it before anybody. Now they ratify it. Baseball is back. Get ready. Evan Drellich just confirmed the vote, 26-12. It is done. It is ratified. Doubleheaders and regular extra inning rules return. Man on second is a thing of the past per Jesse Rogers. I told you that weeks ago. Remember, you heard it first from yours truly. We're trying to figure out when free agency will start so we can be ready for that. Free agency is going to be hectic. It is confirmed April 7th opening day. Spring training games will start 18th to the 20th. You'll have about a week to get ready for that. Major Leaguers will be heading to Florida and Arizona tomorrow. Owners must ratify their final agreement, but that is coming. Confirmed a message from Jeff Passan. He goes, congrats on being first. You're making it in this biz, buddy. Keep pushing hard. Might get James Italian in on a live. I don't know. He has been interested. It doesn't get much bigger than I just broke. Get ready. I'm going to be breaking moves. So Tonight it will be back. I'm hearing about 5 o'clock Mountain, maybe 7 Eastern. And yes, baseball is back. The New York Yankees will start officially against the Boston Red Sox April 7th. That's opening day. Everybody wigging out. I agree with you, Gutman. I'm still mad at both sides. Luxury tax is a lot higher. The third threshold, by the way, is 290 something. Remember where it was. So Cashman and them, they've got a long ways to go. Remember, I broke the news. I broke the deal. Opening day officially April 7th. Free agency starts today. Players voted yes. Clubs are being informed. Owners still need to ratify, but it is happening. I am told by the MLB side they are going to ratify. And then they will set free agency. And good riddance to the brain-dead extra inning rules. The ghost runner, everything is gone. Good riddance. Good riddance. You heard it first from the King Source. Baseball is back. I'll be back live 10 minutes before free agency starts. And we'll go from there. It's been a great stream. Alert everybody. The King Source had it first. Have a great day, everybody.